next performer is here all the way from Arizona, and he's brought his family with him. And then you bring all your children too, Jonah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
They all are accounted for. Okay. So Jonah, he's a full-blood Navajo from Gray Mountain, Arizona. Now, Jonah Littlesunday is his full name, has been playing the Native American flute since the age of 14. Jonah gained media attention when he journeyed to Los Angeles to audition for NBC's America's Got Talent, Season 10. The experience refocused Jonah on his musical career, and since then he has performed across the country. His debut album, Gratitude, and the compilation One World, Many Voices, released in 2017, was nominated for 3 Native American Music Awards: Flutist of the Year, Album of the Year, and Best Male Artist of the Year. And both albums made the 2018 first ballot of the Grammys. He has performed at the Gathering of the North American Flute in Flagstaff, Arizona, alongside fellow Canyon artists, Grammy-nominated, are Carlos Mackay, Tony Duncan, and shared a stage with Flagstaff Symphony Orchestra. He helped heal a nation in mourning during the death of Senator John McCain in August of 2018, as he played there. He was invited by the McCain family to play at his funeral. Jonah shared his music in front of millions worldwide on live television. Now, Jonah has signed with Canyon Records, and they are honored to be working with Jonah and look forward to bringing Jonah's artistry to a wider audience. And now join me as we welcome Jonah to the Playground Production Studios here in historic Irvington.
All right, we're going to be getting here started in a few seconds. Everybody enjoy the little break. My name's Jonah Littlesunday. Anshinishin, Dokitachini Dibashichi, Klashidashichi, Mainigishi Dashinella. I'm Navajo. I'm a full-blooded Navajo. I was born and raised on the Navajo Reservation. I lived in Gray Mountain, so that's right above Flagstaff, Arizona. We had 2 school districts come to our area. The Flagstaff Unified School District off the reservation, and the Gray Hills and Tuba City Unified School District. So we kind of had a choice to go to school on the res or off the res. Mine was more towards Flags, so I went to school in Flagstaff, where I met my wife, Pauline. My wife right here is in the white flower dress. I noticed since junior high, you know, when you say junior high, it's like, wow, you're that old. This is, again, told stories about the North American, Native American flute. And it's a very beautiful, beautiful instrument. So soothing, so relaxing. It can be used as a healing, meditational instrument, but there's so much more to it. So beautiful. If you Google Native American flute in the internet, and the first thing you're going to see, it is the 3rd oldest instrument in the world. It predates the violin, the piano, the guitar. It's been around for a very long time. It's been among my people, the Navajos, for thousands of years. You ever seen that character, Kokopelli, the hunchback flute player? Very common on a lot of Native American designs. You see him embedded in petroglyphs throughout the continent. He was not the only one. He was a very real character. And he helped spread the Native American flute to many different tribes. And the origins of the Native American flute is romantic. This is a courting instrument. And I'm going to share with you some of the different styles of Native American flute. But I kind of want to show you the soothing sounds of the Native American flute. a soothing sound, but it's so romantic. And I want to show you how romantic. This is my wife's song here. This is the same song that I auditioned for America's Got Talent back in 2015. And it can be very, very soothing and very romantic. In the old days, the guys would wait by a stream or a river. And any time a special girl walked by, they would sit there and play that song, hoping she would stop. And if she did stop, she liked it. It was his way of serenading. The Oglala Lakota, still today, will lay down a blanket, get down on their knees, and play the song and serenade that special crush of theirs. They can be very, very romantic in our ways of doing this. So I kind of want to share this song. This is my wife's song. I call it Love's Lullaby. You guys clap your hands. Put your hands together. Soothing, romantic. There's a lot of great, beautiful things on Native American flute. You know, sometimes I sit back and I think about that in the old days, the guys waiting by a river or a stream, and the girl walking by and he'd jump out and play the song. You know, thinking about it, if we're a guy do that nowadays, that would be what? Stalking. But it's a very beautiful instrument. It's a very beautiful thing. And throughout my show, I like to share humor, enlightenment, love. So it's a very beautiful thing. But I share a lot of humor in my performances because our elders, they always tell us stories. They always like to share things and advice. And they all do it in such a humorous and grateful, beautiful way. My grandfather, his name is Calvin Singer. He's widely known as an atatli, what we call a medicine man. You know, he always gave me great advice. Anytime I would go into advice such as this, I go into the town. He's go. He asked me, where are you going? It's Quintana Flagstaff. He's like, oh, all right, grandson, before you go in there, always remember, anytime you go into a public bathroom, never come out of a public bathroom smelling your hands. Grandpa. And he was always full of wisdom and laughter and smile. And I love that about my grandfather. Going to a trading post, very little, and he says, "Hey, Shiwakesho, you see the buffalo?" And there's a buffalo's head hanging inside a trading post. And he would look at me, and he would teach me about the buffaloes. But the first thing he would always do, he would say, "You know why that buffalo's sad?" I'd be like, "No, Grandpa, how come?" "Because somebody cut off his head and hung him up there." It's like, Grandpa. And I get this opportunity to do the same thing with my sons. You know, I teach them stories. Glad I took a little break because just this today, right now, our son lost his tooth. So I wanted to check on him. So as we taking the break, I got to check on our boy. Now he's thinking, ooh, cha-ching. It's a beautiful thing, our boys, our children. Our elders always teach us. Our memories are very sacred. They call it good medicine. Memories when you're very little. When you're a little kid, you're toddler age. We all do the cutest thing. We do the most fun, adorable thing. We've seen our kids, our grandkids, our nieces and nephews, our little siblings always do something cute and adorable. But we all have our own memories. And our elders teach us these memories are very powerful, good medicine. Because as you get older, we always make a bad decision. My grandfather did it, and it gets us off this path. We always intend ourselves to be young. We want to be a good person, a good parent. We want to be a doctor, a teacher. So all this stuff takes dedication and hard work. But our memories when we're very little help us to realign ourselves back on that path. Sit down, remember that little inner child of yours. You're going to start to smile. And this warm feeling from the top of your head comes down to your heart, and you start to smile. And that good medicine works on you. And it draws all that power, positive energy to you. And all these great, beautiful things happen. Now, what do I mean by memories? Our youngest, he's got a lot of good, adorable memories. When he was 4, we went for a nice little walk. He was in preschool. It was on a Sunday afternoon. Beautiful trees, sun is out. We're taking a walk in the woods. And all of a sudden he goes, "Hey, Dad." "Yes, son." "I gotta pee." "Oh, it's okay, son. Go ahead, use the tree." "No, Dad, I need a toilet." I was like, "It's okay, son. It's okay. Go ahead, use the tree." So he uses the tree. So next day, my wife picks him up from preschool. She walks in the door and gives me that eyebrow. That eyebrow, you're in trouble. She says, "Today, your son peed on the tree in the playground. And he said, you said it was okay." I could not help but smile because that's my little boy. He has to get me in trouble, of course, but it's beautiful. These are his memories. My memory, I was 5 years old. I overheard my grandfather talking with his friends. He said, "I wish I had some painted ponies." So I went, ding! I was 5. I went over to the tool shed. I grabbed some buckets of paint, and I went over to the horse corrals. I started painting all the horses. Red, yellow, blue, green. Called my grandfather over. "Che, kushte hako!" And he came walking over with his buddies. They started laughing so hard. I look at my grandfather. He had a tear down his cheek. And he said, "Look what my grandson gave me. He gave me some painted ponies." He wanted painted ponies, so I painted them. Call it graffiti. It was tagging, whatever, but I did that out of the kindness of my heart. We all have these memories. So take this moment and close your eyes. Remember those memories of yours while I play this song. Let this good medicine fill you and help you realign yourself on any kind of matters that you have. Let your memories be a part of always your steps in the future. we love to tell stories, and especially about our songs and where how they came from. Some of these songs are going to be on my new upcoming album. When I signed on to Kinney Records, I recorded some songs, and a lot of my music are actually very old. I came up with them when I was young, and but a lot of them come from my experiences. This song is about my timber wolf. When I was growing up, I grew up with this timber wolf. He was a wild-born timber wolf, born in the wild. My uncles were gathering wood south of the Grand Canyon, north of the San Francisco Peaks in Arizona, and they came across a body of a timber wolf. My uncles were very upset, and as they walked down the path, they came across a little cub, a little baby wolf. So they brought him out to the res, to me. I grew up on the Navajo reservation, on a Navajo ranch. Little fancy word. It was just, we had a lot of sheep, a lot of cattle, a lot of horses. And he grew up to be 140 pounds. And he was massive. And if you know anything about wolves, you know, one thing is, they don't listen. Second thing is, they don't listen. Third thing is, they're extremely loyal. He saved my life when I was 12 years old. We both fell asleep sheep herding. Woke up, 20 of our sheep roamed off, took the others home, so I had to track them down. Had all these square miles of backyard. But it started to get really dark. Stars are coming out. So I built a little fire. I'm laying down on the ground relaxing. And suddenly my wolf steps over me, starts snarling, baring his teeth. I'm like, huh. And I look around my little fire, and I see 2 mountain lions walking up. I didn't know what to do. My heart was beating so hard. I was panicking. And my wolf's standing over me. He's snarling and growling, and he's looking like a werewolf. I'm like, oh. He did the most amazing thing to save my life. Totally took me off guard. He peed on me. No, Timber, no. Oh man, I got 2 mountain lions. I'm gonna be kitty food and my wolf is peeing on me. But the mountain lions came really close up to my fire, and I noticed they're sniffing. And it hit me. I was like, huh. My wolf covered my scent, and he's telling these mountain lions, this is my cub, get away. And the mountain lions, they slowly walked away. So that's why I call this song Timberwolf. saved my life again. I was 13, sitting back, just got my new Spider-Man comic book, and I'm relaxing. And just as I sit down, I hear this. What is that? A rattlesnake. Well, according to my wife, every time I tell the story, my rattlesnake has gotten from 4 feet to 9 feet. I think I remember now. It was like a 20-foot anaconda rattlesnake. My wolf jumps out of nowhere, picks up this rattlesnake, starts whipping it around, and just drops it. This 20-foot anaconda rattlesnake. My jaw's on, and my wolf wags his tail, walks off, goes to play, saving my life. That's why I call this song Timber. The Native American flute is a very soothing, very powerful instrument, being the third oldest instrument in the world. You know, this is a Aztec flute. The man who made this is a two-time Grammy artist. His name is Javier Zacchioto. He's under my label, Kinney Records, and he made this for my birthday, and it was really beautiful. It plays very well, and it sounds exactly like up here. The Mexican people, we consider them part of us. Just a border does not divide a people. It is a very beautiful instrument. And this was made out of clay. And it get kind of heavy when I play it for long periods of time. But it's a very soothing, very powerful instrument. We call ourselves the Ne, the people. That's what we say. We call ourselves the Navajos, the Ne, the people. We call the Mexican people the Ne, Nakai, the other people. So we consider them part of us. And they'll always be part of us. And this is a real beautiful instrument. I want to share you how beautiful. I have a special song that goes along with the story with this flute. I want to give you a slight little sound of this flute. I'll just do it without the... Very beautiful. I love this flute. So this story with this song here, this is about a coyote. A coyote and a mean chicken. Oh, this chicken was such a bully, picking on this poor coyote. This coyote would roam the prairie, hunt when he was hungry, play when he was bored. But every time he went by this farm, this mean chicken came out, took fur from his tail, flapped their wings, hopped into a branch of a tree 8 feet up in the air, and teased Coyote. Ha ha ha, you can catch me, na 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 na. Oh, Coyote's feelings were so hurt. So he said, chicken, I'm gonna catch you. So the next day, he brought his flute. He said, I'm gonna make you dance, chicken. And this is what Coyote did. Oh, Chicken, she loved this song. She closed her eyes, and she started moving her shoulders, and her tail feathers started moving left and right. Oh, she was dancing. Loved this song. But closer and closer, Coyote came. Closer and closer, Coyote came. Chicken, she's still dancing with her eyes closed, moving her tail feathers left and right, and loving this song. Coyote could reach out, even touch Chicken, but oh no, he's being nice and patient, making Chicken dance. And boom! Just like that, Coyote caught Chicken. Now the moral of that story is, when you bully somebody, you tease somebody, be very careful, because one day that other person may outsmart you. So that is Coyote and Chicken. The Native American flute, there's so much beauty behind it, so much power, so much magic, love, relaxation, healing. This story here is about our lives. 2015, I mentioned, it was mentioned earlier when I auditioned for America's Got Talent. It was nerve-wracking, heartbreaking, and frustrating. I got laid off from my job in 2015. I've been playing the Native American flute since I was young, and it's been a grateful thing. My wife has kept me playing. My wife Pauline. After my grandparents passed and my mom passed, I kind of lost the heart to play, but my wife never gave up on me, and continued to play. And I had a lot of stage fright, and it's taken me a lot to be in front of even an audience like yourselves. I was very scared, and I never pursued my music. I just did little classrooms, small little groups of elders, playing for endangered animals. But being on a stage is something different. But when I got laid off from my job in 2015, it was scary because we lost my wife's car, and we just gotten it. We started losing more and more. Then our house got threatened. I started panicking. My sons gave me the idea to say, hey, Dad, maybe if we audition for this TV show, we can save the house. So I did. And my community in northern Arizona, and you Google my name, you can read the articles. Everyone, my tribe, and fellow tribes, Hopi, Apache, Wallapai, they all donated and sent me to LA. it was these NAU students, Northern Arizona University. These college kids went on social media and made such a noise. They started grabbing media. NBC came up with a story. My tribal paper, which has 3 million subscribers, which is huge. They rival like these big ones like the Washington Post, all these things. And Navajo Times did a story on us. Navajo The Observer, state media. It was really scary. Because when I went to LA and I did it perfect. I performed flawlessly, I was nervous, but I did it. I came back, everybody was so excited. They talked about me on ABC Nightly News saying, hey, a full-blooded Navajo auditioning for America's Got Talent, and they were covering it. You know, many people were so excited. I was very terrified. And when the LA auditions aired on TV, I wasn't on it. They left me out, producers of the show. I was so embarrassed. We lost our house. We went homeless for a while. My wife, my kids were living in a tent. We were very heartbroken. You know, during this time with my wife and my kids, this song here means a lot because it talks about our plight. I call it Navajo Blues. But during this moment, you know, my grandfather's words were very strong. I talk about my grandfather a lot because, you know, he meant a lot to me. And I remember I went out in the mornings and I would do my prayers. And I turned around one morning and I saw my wife and my kids sleeping in a tent. I got angry. I got frustrated. I was questioning. I said, why? Why? What did I do? I did nothing wrong. How come they couldn't give me a chance? Why couldn't the producers give me a chance of America's Got Talent? I was so angry. My kids, my wife, my children, our pets are living in a tent. I didn't know what to do. I started getting angry. That's not how my grandfather raised me, to be angry with God, to be frustrated. And this voice came out of nowhere. I could hear it in the breeze. My grandfather's words. He always said, when you're down and you're frustrated, you feel like your chin's just right above the water, and you looking up, you have nowhere to go. He always said, add a beat. All you got to do is add a beat. Change your perspective. Change the way you see things. We all have that power, that ability to change things. Just add a beat. So I went over to our little storage shed. I grabbed our board games, went back to the tent. That night and every night we played board games at night. We told stories. We laughed. We smiled. I added the beat. I changed our perspective. And it was beautiful because great things happened after that. Our College Snack guy, 7-time Grammy artist with this. He's got 3 albums that are double platinum with just this Native American flute. He saw me playing. He came out from backstage and he said, I was invited to play at this RNAFF gathering of flute players. I didn't know he was backstage. He just walked right up and just said, and announced to everybody, I'm going to be on Kinney Records, his label. And it has over 30 Grammy artists. And they are the largest independent record label in the world. They have so many world performers. And he says, I want your name, email, and phone number. Call Kinney Records. Next thing you know, they call us up and they give us a record contract. And so since the debut, my CD, everything's been really great. You know, making the first ballot of the Grammys, nominated for Native American Music Awards. If you Google my name, you can see Walmart, Target, Barnes & Noble, and Kmart all pick up and carry my album, Gratitude. So we're really grateful. I call it Gratitude because I'm really grateful. And I'm grateful to even be up here. My Navajo president invited me to perform for his inauguration back in 2015. I walked on stage. I forgot my name, my clans, and I threw up. You know, it's my family and I together has come a long way in such a short time. And the greatest thing is my wife and I came up with the idea, well, if I'm going to be anybody on stage, it might as well be me. I'm goofy in person. I terrorize, I harass my wife, my kids, and we have such a blast. We're always having fun. And if I can be that way on stage, and with my teachings of my grandfather, with the teachings of all my other elders and my own people, I get to do that. So I want to say yeah to you, so thank you. This song here, I call Navajo Blues. We all have the blues. We all get sad. So all you got to do is add a beat, change your perspective. Change your perspective. That's all you really got to do. So we all have that power. Keep that power. It's a real beautiful thing. And I want to share a song, sing the song. This is my son's song. And I was always scared singing in front of people. My boys, they mean a lot to me. Our oldest is currently serving in the Air Force. And we've come a long way together. And we're very proud of our boys. And so this is their song. I had a dream about this song, and I love singing it for them. Yo, na, 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 yo, yo, oh, na, yo, yo, oh, na. have this special flute before we start finishing up. This is my brother Ken. Ken and we've gotten to know each other over the years, and this flute has been my journey, and I've collected signatures over there for many years. And the couple of signatures only missing on this is our good friend Alice, Alice Cooper. My wife and I are part of Alice Cooper's team. I forgot to ask him to sign it. Well, when we get back, I'll just ask him. Because I'm going to be going back in the studio with his kids. And we're going to be doing their kids are going to be recording me. It's going to be a follow album with myself, Kane Records, and we're going to do a song with Alice's kids. He's going to release it onto his entertainment division. But other than that, every one of these here is a real big performer, and I've gotten to share the stage with them. And doing comedy things with guys with like Larry Omaha. Larry Omaha was on Comedy Central for a couple of seasons, touring with Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias, and headlining shows with these guys, and doing comedy. And it's really meant a lot for me. And I want to ask my good friend Ken if he could autograph my flute. Take a spot, buddy. I've guys with like Superman Christian Parrish. He's a two-time MTV Music Award winner, performing and headlining the stage with him, like at the Crazy Horse Memorial over this summer. Wes Studi, who's also been in Dances with Wolves, and he's the only native to win an actual Oscar. He was honored with an Oscar this year, and for all his great work and all the filming business he does, Wes Studi. So I get the opportunity to share these guys with share the stage with these real big performers. And it's been a great honor, and so I've collected the signature. This flute was given to me by a family who was reading my articles, and the family lost their son, who was a flute player, and they didn't know, they felt this flute was going to go somewhere, and it's become a symbol of my journey. And so when they gifted me this flute, become my own inspiration. Having his his fall, he's still coming out here performing. He always puts his heart and his love into everything he does, and I watched him expressing his song and watching his tears flow, and that just makes my heart skip, dance, because I love his passion, his love, and everything he does with his music. And it's an inspiration to me. So I want to say thank you, my friend. Yeah. So this flute has become our journey, a symbol of our journey. We've some of the biggest drum groups, Northern Cree, who has been on their 7th Grammy. They opened up the 2018, was it 2018? 2018 Grammys. They went on TV, worldwide TV, and opened up the Grammys, and Northern Cree. They become good friends of ours, and sharing the stage with them. These guys, so this flute has become a real great thing for me and my family. And so that's why I love this. I have to say, I took a photo with this on my Davey CD gratitude, and it has gotten, if you look at the cover on that CD, we have CDs for sale out there if you guys or anything. It's become our, if you guys want to support us, it would be grateful. We'd be grateful for it. But this has gotten more signatures since then. And I'm really grateful. So, again, everybody, thank you.
So once again, it's been great to have Ken with us tonight and be able to share his music with us. Great to have Jonah and his family all the way from Arizona with us today. I want to thank Adam and in the Playground Production Studios here for hosting them. And don't forget to check out, on the Facebook pages, Jonah and Ken and Playground Productions. Follow the events. Like I said, there's a number of events that happen here at the Playground Production Studios. Not all of it's Native American style, but there's a whole lot of variety. And so check out their Facebook page, and maybe you'll find some other events that you'd like to attend in the next few weeks or something like that. If you haven't had enough flute music, the Indiana Flute Circle meets tomorrow from 12 until around 4 at the University of Indianapolis if you'd like to join us there. More information is found on indianaflutecircle.com. So thank you so much for being here today. And once again, support our local artist here and our traveling artist and his family by purchasing some of the CDs on your way out.